For this video, we're going to be looking at using similarity statements. So for problem 1, I'm given two triangles, RST and XYZ, and I have 3 questions for you. First, I want you to find the scale factor from RST to XYZ. Next, list all pairs of congruent angles, and then we're actually going to write the ratios of corresponding sides, lengths, in a statement of proportionality. So for the first one, I want to find the scale factor K to get from triangle RST to triangle XYZ. So I'm looking at what am I multiplying all the sides by so that I get the sides for XYZ. So to do this is you're going to take any of the corresponding sides, divide them to find that scale factor, just like what we see in this figure up here. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. I want to go ahead and go with X, Y, and RS, those corresponding sides. And the important thing here is you need to take the second triangle and divide it with the first, because I want to find the scale factor that I need to multiply RST by to get XYZ. So I'm going to take the side length from my second triangle first and divide it from the first. So XY, that's 12, RS is 20. But then I do need to simplify my fraction. So you can either look at this and tell what goes into both. Well, I know 4 goes into both. And so I get that 3/5 is equal to K. If you don't automatically see what your fraction reduces to, you can use Desmos to actually reduce fractions for you. So if you go to desmos.com/calculator, you'll get something that looks like this. And you can type your fraction in there. So I'm going to hit 12. I'm going to hit the slash mark. That automatically makes a fraction for me. And then 20. Right now it gives you a decimal, but if you click on this fraction button right here, it automatically reduces it for you. You could also use the keyboard here and hit the division bar, and it will also make that into a fraction for you. So 12, 20, hit the fraction button, and it'll do that for you. And so it's okay if you didn't choose the same sides that I did. You could have done zy over t, for instance. So if I did zy over t, I have 18 over 30, which if I go and do the same thing again, I still get 3/5. So that's one way you can check yourself. You should be getting the same scale factor for every single one. Next, I want to list all pairs of congruent angles. You could look at the picture and say, okay, well, angle R is congruent to angle X. They're both in the same spot. T is congruent to Z. S is congruent to Y. But you can also use the similarity statement. So R, X, S, Y, T, Z, they're all in that same order. I'm just going to go ahead and use the picture. So angle R, that's in the same spot as X. S is congruent to Y, and C is congruent to Z. And then for the last step, I want to write the ratios of the corresponding side lengths in a statement of proportionality. And so I'm basically just creating what I see right here. So I'm just going to match all of my corresponding sides. I already have one, XY over RS, that we already wrote. Okay, then I can do ZY and TS are the next one corresponding. And then XZ and RT. Important thing when writing this is all from one triangle, they need to be in the same position. So right now I have the second triangle, those side lengths are all on top. The first triangle, all those side lengths are on the bottom. It's okay if you flip this, but they just needs to be consistent. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try and complete number 2 on your own. So these are the answers that you should have gotten for the second problem. So your scale factor should have been 3/2. Those are your congruent angles, and then your statement of proportionality. You can always check to see if your scale factor is correct by actually multiplying. So if I take this 3/2, I multiply it because I want to go from JKL to QPR. I can multiply it by a side from here. So let's say I want to multiply by 4. And I get 6, and I see that matches over here.